So I'm going to talk a little bit about drug-free natural lifting and frequency. So I'm not going to tell you something that you probably haven't heard before. I think even Christian Thibodeau has a very good article on this, talking about the differences between enhanced lifters and natural lifters. And I've heard a lot of people make comments that natural lifters shouldn't take advice from enhanced lifters. Mike Israetel said that in I guess, I don't know if it was an interview or a podcast, whatever it was, doing it with Michael Yessis, Dr. Yessis, and Dr. Mike Israetel both agreed that natural lifters should not listen to enhanced lifters. I've heard Izzy say this recently. I've heard, gosh, I don't know how many people at this point have pointed out that, when guys are enhanced, they forget how to train because everything works. So as long as they don't get injured, they continue to get stronger and they continue to make progress. And as Christian points out, that, these enhanced lifters can lift less frequently because they lift and then they are anabolic because of the drugs make them anabolic anyways. So there's not like the same window, if you will. So whenever you train, protein synthesis is stimulated for, maybe 36 to 48 hours max, right? And the more advanced you are, that window becomes shorter and shorter. Of course, if you're on drugs, right, the drugs make you anabolic 24/7. So, as a natural, drug-free athlete, you will need to train more frequently in order to stimulate the protein synthesis. And so what that means is, that's why, you look at these guys doing things like the full body training, and they do it like every other day. It works very well for natural lifters. Mind you, that fits into people's lifestyle better, right? It fits into your lifestyle better if you just have a 1 hour workout. And even if you did that 7 days a week, it just fits into your lifestyle better having a single 1 hour workout. But here's my 2 cents on things, and this is just my personal experience, and what I have found works really well is I can work up to a heavy single in the squat in like 12 to 15 minutes max. Usually 12 minutes-ish. I can be at a heavy single, 15 if I'm taking my time, and still that's one heavy single, 15-minute workout. But I will do something similar to that multiple times a day. So, let's say my first session is I work up to a heavy single in the squat, and I'm done in 15 minutes, okay? Then I'll go eat something, I'll busy myself doing work or whatever it is I'm doing, and then I'll be like, I'm just going to work up to a heavy double in the power clean. That's it, 1. That's my number of work sets. It's not like I'm doing like 5 sets of 2 or something. No, 1 heavy double. And then, later I'll do something like 1 heavy set of rows. And that might be even 5 reps. It's just 1 top set. There's 3 workouts, and that took 45 minutes, but I spread it out into 3 sessions across the day. And, the next day, let's say I back squat. So, the next day I'll front squat. I'll work up to a single in that. And then, maybe I'll snatch, and I'll work up to... Snatch, it just doesn't take it out of you the way a clean does. So probably like a triple. Just 1 hard triple. And then after that, maybe I'll do some type of shoulder press, like a behind the neck press. And again, it's 3 15-minute sessions. So that this is not like I'm working out for hours and hours and hours on end. It's high frequency, okay? Now, I played around with this for a while though, and I did have very long workouts at one point, not because of the fact that I was doing high volume though. I was doing very low volume, but I was resting a full 5 and 6 minutes between doing singles because I wanted to make sure I was as rested as I possibly could be. There's a big difference between working up to a single where you take 2-minute rests or even 1-minute rest between sets, versus I'm going to take a full 5-6 minute rest between singles. So let's just go with the squat real simple, okay? You do the bar. And so then you're going to throw, the 25s on. Because why? Because, you're not just going to make huge jumps, but I mean, that's 50 pounds. You throw 95 on. You don't need to rest between the bar and 95, so you do that for 5. You throw 135 on. You do that for 3 or 4 reps. You go to 185. You do that for 2 or 3 reps. And then you go to 225. You do that for 1 or 2 reps. Then the next one's like 275. Okay. Then 315, and you rested like 3 minutes between that. Okay. Then you go to 275, and maybe you'll rest a full 5 minutes because you don't want to make yourself get hot, sweaty, tired. Like you're purposely trying to conserve your energy. Take a single at 315. All right. From there, make a 20-pound jump. 335. Okay. Rest 5 minutes, 6 minutes. 355. 355 felt kind of heavy today. I think I'm only going to take a 10-pound jump to 365. So you rest the 5-6 minutes, and then you take a single at 365, and you're like, yeah, I'm not 100% positive I'll make 375 today. So 365 is your heavy single. But see, that took a lot of time. It's not a lot of volume. It's one single. But you rested 5-6 minutes between your singles. And so what's happening in here is that you're taking very adequate amount of time so that you really are training maximal strength. And you can do this almost daily because it's not like you're doing sets of 10. Like if you did 5 sets of 10 at 50%, you're probably going to be a little bit sore. Taking one heavy single, not the case. And so I find that works very well in terms of frequency if you're trying to build up strength. I mean, that's what I did for a while with my squat. I just decided I was going to squat every day. I was going to squat and press every day. And so I just did 2 workouts. I did a squat workout, I did a press workout. And I did the same formula for the press workout too. Just one heavy single. And it worked. That is very time consuming, resting 5 and 6 minutes between sets. Okay? But it works. And my point being here that if you are a drug-free lifter, frequency is your friend, volume is not. Okay? This is like an intensity question. If I want to squat a heavy single, I can go ahead and squat a heavy single. It can be intense. The volume has to be very, very low. And you can do this more frequently. And so the takeaway here is not that I'm recommending you do this, because as I pointed out, it's time consuming, right? But as a drug-free lifter, having more frequent workouts with low volume is going to be a better fit for you than trying to follow these high volume programs that these bodybuilders and very, very enhanced power lifters are doing. One top set really. But if you're doing threes are fine, 5s are fine, whatever. I don't recommend you take one top set of 20. Doing a 20 rep max is pretty fucking miserable. But the point that I'm trying to share here is that training low volume, but training more frequently is going to be your friend. And that's really going to be a huge difference for people who are not enhanced versus trying to follow the enhanced guys programs. And that's basically my take on this. So I don't have a whole lot more to say about it. I just explained to you how to do it. The takeaway is that if you are drug-free, frequency is your friend. Volume is not.